Hello, cats and kittens. Hola, Jose Yoroshku. I'm back in the movie corner, movie, so to speak. We're dealing with a TV show. Next week, or in a few days, we're going to see the return of Daredevil in Daredevil Born Again, basically Daredevil Season 4, an extension of the Netflix Daredevil series, which is the gold standard for comic book adaptations. I don't care what you say, Dark Knight, Civil War, all of that. Netflix, refer to my video, MCU versus Netflix MCU. Netflix MCU was the bomb. Anyway, Daredevil is returning in Daredevil Born Again, and I just really want to come off real quick and give my impressions in terms of why I am encouraged. Three reasons why I'm encouraged for the coming series, and three reasons why I'm concerned. Real quick, in terms of encouraged, let's start with why I'm encouraged. First reason that I'm encouraged is, ironically, the reshoots that were performed on this series. Usually, when Marvel engages in reshoots, it's a bad thing. In this case, it was a good thing. The initial concept and the initial production of Daredevil Born Again was seen to be substandard, was deemed to be bad. Feige took it back to formula. I think there were six episodes into recording or to filming, and it was deemed to be either unwatchable or just bad enough that it had to go back to formula. They had to basically reshoot, start over again, and just redo it. That is encouraging because specifically Kevin Feige listened to the voice of his talent. Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, they complained that the story it didn't perform to the level of the Netflix series. It was lacking. It was bringing the Netflix the what was done in Netflix. It was bringing it down, and we only have to look at stuff like Echo and to a lesser extent Hawkeye, which I kind of like, but how Daredevil characters were treated in those series, and you can see it wasn't going to end well. It wasn't going to end well. So he listened to them. He listened to them. He fired the writing staff, the initial writing staff, got an actual showrunner in on the production of the show, got the stunt coordinator from the Netflix series. I think it was either the stunt coordinator from, yeah, the original stunt coordinator from Daredevil, hired a writer from Punisher, and started over again and apparently fixed it. So in this case, reshoots and reworking the material was beneficial. So that's one reason why I'm encouraged by what we're going to get. Second reason, the Netflix cast members are returning. Charlie Cox, of course, Vincent D'Onofrio. We're going to have characters like Karen, Foggy coming back. Punisher's going to be in there. I'm sure various other characters are going to be reintroduced into the story. I believe that was not the case originally. I know Karen wasn't supposed to be there. Foggy wasn't supposed to be there. That would have been a problem to me, anyway. But they're bringing back characters that we cared about, although there are apparently death flags around some of these people, so don't get too attached to maybe Karen or Foggy. Sad but true. And the third reason why I am encouraged is we're getting the introduction of a new character. Well, we have Kingpin. Kingpin's going to be in there, and we're going to have Bullseye's going to be in there. For how long, I don't know. We're going to get Muse, who is a character that I'm actually not familiar with. I haven't been reading Daredevil in the last 10 whatever years. Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't read Daredevil in a minute. But I hear that Muse is actually a decent villain, a good villain. And probably not one, hopefully not one of those sympathetic character villains that they keep trying to foist off on us in Marvel too often. So I hear this is just a bad dude, just a villainous cat that needs to be put down. I'm fine with that. We haven't got that really since probably Punisher. So a new villain, reworked concept, and original cast members returning to the show. Why I'm concerned. A lot of the hero's journey that Matt Murdock went on was resolved in the 3 seasons of the Netflix Daredevil. So I don't know where they're going with this. I don't know. It's called Born Again, which season 3 was kind of a take on the Frank Miller Daredevil Born Again. And with that resolved, where do you take Matt now? We've already had him dragged down to his lowest. We've seen Kingpin, rise to his heights and get took down. Apparently, he's going to be mayor now, which is fair. That happened to in the comics and all of that good stuff. But what is going to be the basis for the story going forward? What's going to drive the plot for the series going forward? So hopefully that's not going to be a problem, but I'm concerned. Second reason I'm concerned, the marketing. The marketing seems to be centered around just pure gore and violence. Now, having said that, Netflix Daredevil was violent. So a lot of stuff that they did wasn't for the faint of heart, especially when you get to Punisher. Other stuff like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage had mature-ish type themes, but they weren't overly gory. The marketing for Born Again seems to be centered around it being grisly and, grimdark or whatever you want to call it, just really brutal and whatever. And that's not the major selling point to me for the Daredevil series, especially at Netflix. It did have its rough moments, yes, but the main thrust of the series was the story and the storytelling. You think about even some of the most action packed moments of the series were centered around context. One example just being the hallway fight in season 1. It wasn't so much how badly he beat up the dudes in the hallway, but it was what he had to do. He was exhausted, he was beaten, battered, and he had to fight down a whole ton of dudes to save this one kid who had been abducted. It's what was on the line and what he had to do and how it was shot. It was beautifully shot. I mean, whew. Anyway, yeah, so there's that. Things got a little off the rails when you got to like Punisher and some of the stuff that he was doing. Yeah, he was out there. But Daredevil was not a gore fest. It was great storytelling to me, and that could just be me, projecting or whatever. But I don't think the way it's being marketed is not really palatable to me. Because if it's just going to be Marvel trying to prove that they're hardcore, if they're going for the John Wick crowd, eh, that's not my thing. The third thing being Netflix Daredevil is being dragged into the MCU. The MCU currently is on a losing streak, especially with Disney Plus. Disney Plus shows on a losing streak. Secret Invasion, Echo, She-Hulk. Anyway, so and then when you get to the movies, the last Falcon Cap movie and the Marvels and all of that stuff, it's on a losing streak. And you're taking Daredevil, Netflix Daredevil, which was an extraordinarily high achievement, and dragging it down to the level of the current MCU, especially uh, the Disney Plus stuff. Right now, Marvel has the reverse Midas touch. Everything that they touch turns to lead. And I don't want them to turn Daredevil into lead. So those are my three concerns. Matt's hero's journey seems to be complete. Where are you taking it from there? Two, the marketing is just seems to be centered around gore. And three, the fact that it's being brought into the MCU terrifies me. But let me know what you think. Are you excited? I'm excited. I guess you could say, yeah, I'm excited. Because I love me some Daredevil and I love the Netflix Daredevil, but I'm just terrified as to what they're gonna do to it. But let me know what you think. Either way, we only got a couple of more days until it is on. Daredevil season 4, Born Again. Let me know what you think. Until next time, stay loose. Hey folks, thank you for visiting Jose's Crisis Corner. And as you know, not only am I the host of Jose's Crisis Corner, I write the Intrepid and Shonen Double feature series for C3 Comics. And if you'd like to learn more about this series and support the work that I do, please visit my Patreon page. You'll find lots of information about my characters and the books that we produce, and I hope to get your support. Thank you as always for visiting the Crisis Corner, and until next time,